Hello, Go readers and story makers. What you have here is a video that will break down your activities step by step. So this is kind of helping you to understand which activities you have to do for this week for your Go lessons, and also to remind you sort of how to do them, where to find them. So it's kind of a help video. Okay, so you're going to find this hopefully with your lesson every week. Now, for weeks 3 and 4, just to remind you, you already know this. This is your Zoom room that you click on to join the meeting. If you're a reader, your meeting time is 10. Story makers, your meeting time is 11:30. You know all that, right? Down here, readers, that's your symbol, and story makers, that's yours. This is your USpace blog. This is where you find the blog, and here is a video to help you understand how to make a blog entry, to guide you step by step. So here is a bit of advice. When you click on a link to watch a video, most of you probably know this already, just open it in a new tab so you can have your Go lesson open in one tab and a help video or a learning video open in another tab so you can freely move between the two. Awesome. You've got 2 everyone activities this week, and you've got, so we're learning about plot. Now, whether you're a reader or a story maker, a plot is an absolute essential part of a story. So here is a video. The title is The 6 Elements of Plot. If you click on this link, it's going to take you to that video where you can learn about the 6 things a good plot is made up of. Now, look at the sign here. If you remember last week, we talked about it. This is one of Kaplan's depth and complexity tools. And this one's called the language of the discipline, which basically means nothing but that new words that you meet and you learn when you're learning about a new topic. So discipline here means any area of learning or any topic that has its own set of words. So readers or writers, you would have writers write about plot. When they write about plot, or when as readers you read about plot, you use some languages like, for example, characters, setting, climax, resolution. You'll find these words in this video. These are the languages of the discipline of story writing. Yep. Awesome. Now, what is your activity? Well, you're going to make a blog entry. So first you watch the video, then you make a blog entry where you read these 2 paragraphs. See the purple writing? Now they are by Andy Mulligan from Trash. You read the 2 paragraphs, and in your blog post you put number 1 and then write down which element of plot this paragraph fits into. Okay, so you don't have to copy the whole paragraph, just number 1. If you think it is character development, write that. If you think it is climax, write that. If you think it's setting, write that. Number 2, same thing. Number 2, and then write down what plot do you think, which element it fits under. Don't worry too much about right or wrong, okay? It's a new thing you're learning, so have a go and see. We'll discuss it when we meet again. Awesome. Here is another everyone activity, identifying and using details. And this is another one of Kaplan's symbols. Details are a very powerful tool. Writers use it to do a number of things, to develop characters, to set the scene, to build up tension in a plot. And as readers or as writers / story makers, details is something that is absolutely essential to us. So in your blog, you are going to answer some questions. You've got 4 questions here. You're going to choose any 2 or 3. Of course, if you want to do all 4, you can do all 4. So again, in your blog post, all you're doing is you're copying the question, copy and paste, write down the answer under. Okay? And the answer is in your own words. Fantastic. Readers, we have come down to your activity. You've got 2, so this is your first activity. We're looking at Kaplan's language of discipline again, because we are looking at this poster that tells us what good readers do before reading, during reading, after reading. And these are all new words or words you may have encountered before but not particularly paid attention to. Maybe you've done them in school. But let me tell you something, regardless of what these things are called, All good readers do these things, okay? We automatically do them. We may not know that they're called activating prior knowledge, but we do it. We may not know it's called synthesizing, but we do it. And that is what makes us good readers. That is how we enjoy and sort of understand the story. All right? Awesome. Kapai. Now, what are you going to do after understanding this poster? Well, you're going to create a blog post. Think about yourself as a reader. Pick one strategy that you think you use rather well. Now, I have said over here, pick one from the before reading section. If you feel, no, I want to pick one from any of these, go for it. Okay, that's all right to do. All right. Here is an easier activity. This one, we are relating to the topic, well, to the concept of power that we've been doing, thinking about and touching on. You don't necessarily have to, but this is more related to nonfiction books. So look at a bunch of nonfiction books. Think about a topic that interests you. For example, native birds interest me a lot. Okay, New Zealand native birds. So I might pick that topic. And then in my blog post, I might write down everything that I think I know about that topic, and then 2 questions or wonderings about my topic. I might even get very specific and pick one particular bird. Or if it's power, I might write down, okay, I know that power can be of different kinds, and sort of brainstorm the different kinds of power. And then maybe have a wondering. For example, I wonder why solar power is not used more to drive cars. Okay? So there is a link to a KWL chart here, guys, but you don't have to follow that chart, don't have to print it out. It's just there for you if you want to use it. Okay? Awesome. This is a harder activity, but again, it's open to anybody readers. This is about making inferences. So here is a video, a blue link, how to make an inference. And then here is your create a blog post where you read this paragraph, a couple of paragraphs from Andy Mulligan's Trash, 3 paragraphs to be precise, in purple writing. And then here are some inferencing questions for you to answer. When you're doing the answers for this, you just number up the questions in your blog and write the answers, right? You don't have to copy the questions, but again, if you want to, you can. So that's it for you readers. Story makers, creating paragraphs. Now, Kaylin, you wanted to learn about creating paragraphs. So you have got the purpose of the paragraph, a video about what is a paragraph. Here's your activity. Once you have understood the purpose and watched the video, you either create a poster that describes what a paragraph is, or you make a video of yourself talking about what a paragraph is and put it on your blog post. Okay? The next one teaches you how to plan for a paragraph. So there's lots of things here. I'm not going to go through everything, but it's pretty easy to understand. I've broken it down into factual, if you're writing a factual piece like an argument or a description or an explanation, it has a different purpose. The paragraph order is slightly different. And here is an example, and here's your activity. This is a nonfiction. It's a paragraph from a book about native birds. It's all jumbled up, the order of sentences in that paragraph, all jumbled up. See if you can distinguish, and in your blog post, you can copy and paste the sentences in the right order. Awesome. Now coming down to fiction, and we can take the instance of your Sword of the Serpent. Fiction writing has its own order of paragraph, right? And a reason why a new paragraph begins. So what you're going to do is go back to your writing or go back to a book that you've read. But I think you'd rather enjoy it with your own writing. So look at, say, about a couple of pages of writing and see, okay, I'm going to split this into 3 paragraphs. Or if you've already done paragraphing, have a look and see, what's the reason? Why have I split them into paragraphs? Is it because the topic has changed? Is it because the person that the paragraph talks about has changed? Has my setting changed? Has my timing changed? And then post a link to that part of the story that you have changed in your blog post so I can easily find it on your use space. Or you can highlight the change. Yeah? So those are the activities. And I am looking forward to seeing you, all of you, on Monday. And we will discuss how your Go learning is going. Awesome. See you later, guys.